Recording.
Dude, we should start releasing tracks for rappers and musical artists. I feel like
Yeah, just do the noise parts.
just right there. Grammy.
Yo. Yeah. Gumbo.
What would be your tagline?
Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Hey, Gumbo. Yeah.
You calling your kid named Gumbo? Dude, you should name your kid Gumbo.
Can
That
we?
legit would be a fun name.
No.
Gumbo would actually
I'm
be
actually gonna move this
really...
light a little bit because I can't see Lily's face.
Oh, you want
You
to
don't
see
need
my,
it.
Oh,
You don't
want to
need
see
to.
my face?
You don't need to. Can you actually cover it up so I can't see her?
Oh my gosh. I did. I'm sorry.
I'm doing everything by myself today because Andrew left
He's surfing in
Dallas.
Dallas. He's surfing in Dallas.
Surfing
Yep.
in Dallas. He's
Yep.
surfing Dallas.
He's
I don't
going to
know.
go see his
Whenever he's not here, I just assume he's surfing or
yeah
just
eating
being one with the ocean.
eating food.
Yeah.
Andrew eats more food than anyone I've ever met,
And he sweats while he eats food.
and he can't breathe out of his nose because he has one of the what are they called?
Deviated septum.
And it's like
Jinx.
he's like. I usually put in my noise canceling headphones when he eats.
You
It's
want
nothing
him to,
against him,
You want
but-
him to hear this?
Yeah, it's okay. He gets it.
He does. He puts. There's other reasons why he puts his headphones on for me
Yeah.
too. Whenever I go,
Ugh,
he
Oh
hates it.
my
He
gosh!
hates it.
I've
He hates
never
it.
heard you do
I
that.
can't stand it.
That reminds me of Rat Massacre.
I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of that. That sounds terrifying. A rat massacre.
You're responsible for it.
Oh, at our
Rat
house.
Oh yeah.
That, we'll
we
talk
gotta
about
we gotta
that.
dive into that.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if we should.
Let's
talk
dive
about
into. Let's dive into the question though.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Today's question is actually.
I'm excited. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
it's-
Thank you guys so much for sending in questions. I've been getting.
Yeah.
I actually have been getting emails of some questions.
Yeah.
Some that are pretty easy to answer, but we try to answer all of them. So here we go.
This one comes in from someone named Rachel.
Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, Wisconsin. Rachel from Wisconsin. Thank you.
Thank you.
But today's question. Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Where'd it go?
Schlack.
There it is. Okay. Okay. We need to be really serious about this
Okay.
one.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
right.
Uh-oh.
As soon as you said that. Okay. Got it.
Today's question.
Yep.
Should we pay women less? Andy?
And it's just got to be a yes or no, right?
Yeah.
I can't really. Okay.
Yeah, don't dive into it too deep.
Should we pay women less? I'm gonna go on a limb and say no. No.
No, we should
We should not pay women less. Maybe even more.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I know, and I'm a change man. Asked me that question a year ago. Who knows? Might be on a different side. But today, no, they do not deserve to be paid less.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I personally feel
Careful.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
Easy.
Should we pay women less? No.
Ooh. Over to Lily.
I have to say, as a woman and as a factory of women, because I only make women babies, girl
Yes.
babies,
Factory of women.
Factory of women. Nice.
I have to say no. They should make more money,
Okay.
depending on what they do.
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh.
Welcome to the show.
show.
Did I say ninja? I meant butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts! Ninjas attack!
Oh
You just had to
man.
add that one last bit in there.
Hey guys, it's Black Friday. Day after Thanksgiving. Yeah. It is Black Friday, and we're here to say we are ninja butterflies. I don't know.
That was good. I don't know how to beatbox, so that was go downhill fast.
Equal amounts of terribleness.
What up, Sicky?
Yeah.
I know.
Sick.
Listen to Lily's voice.
Sound like Darth Vader. And
Darth Vader sounds kind of hot.
Watch it.
Why do I want to kiss Darth Vader?
Get a room.
Is it because I'm your dad?
What?
Because he says I'm your father. Okay. I was making a joke about you kissing your dad and it didn't land.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss.
That was a long reach for that one.
You want to kiss me because I'm your dad? What? Right, guys? Well, no.
I'm a little out of it.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't think I've ever kissed my dad on the lips. Maybe when I was like really little.
Yeah, when you're a baby. You know,
maybe. Dad, should we bring that back?
Hey, vote down below. We'll have a poll below. Should Josh start kissing his dad on the mouth again at the age of 30?
Love you, Dad.
Love
you, son.
You and Taylor do that as like a party trick. You'll like kiss each other. It's weird.
Taylor's my brother.
Yeah, those brothers in the family is good.
It's biblical
fine.
too, man. They say to greet each other with a holy kiss.
Yeah, and still like there's a lot of cultures that still do it. Like there's never.
Just trying to stick to what the Bible says.
I'm out of your league, bud. Okay. Happily married.
Is it because I'm sick or is it like insanely hot in here?
No, it's kind of
a little
warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit too.
A little warm.
All right.
But yeah, there has been this sickness going around.
The flu.
It's craziness.
And
all over NPR.
It has destroyed us. Today's the first day I've actually have felt really good. Lily, I think, is on her last leg. Our poor baby Ada. She's been so sick. It's been the saddest thing ever.
Baby Jane is going through it.
Baby Jane, she's sticking in there. She's like, I'm in it, man.
Yeah,
like,
she's
I
tough.
like Robitussin.
She's
tough.
Yeah. She's going to come out of the womb being like craving Robitussin.
What's up?
Yeah, we're going to hear about in 20 years that like Robitussin leads to like crazy birth defects or something like that.
Oh, gosh.
That'd be terrible.
No, she'll be a genius.
Yeah.
That'll be the reason why.
Yeah, she can like spell anything. like one of
That's
those
a
kids.
genius.
I don't know. I can't spell anything.
She'll be able to spell like restaurant without like any trouble. I can't either.
No, seriously though.
If you can spell restaurant, you are
Whenever
a genius.
I write down Wednesday, I always have to say Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's like your finger counting, but do you do this too? Wednesday syllables?
Wednesday, yeah.
What are some of the other like it's restaurant for me? It's guarantee.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
No
I was like,
way.
ranty, I can't do it.
Definitely
Definitely.
is a struggle for me.
And then I always spell it defiantly.
Defiantly?
Defiantly, yeah. And it's just like that's not the same thing. I'm not a genius.
I agree. Defiantly.
I graduated. My excuse is I graduated high school in Kansas, and so there's not a lot of expectations for me.
I went to a private institution. My parents paid a lot of money, and
this is what you do.
I make podcasts and I can't spell.
Worth it.
Wow. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So, yeah, this has been.
We've had an eventful week.
Yeah.
The sickness has brought us down. For the past couple of weeks, everyone's been getting sick. I've taken like 3 trips in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And all of it's just led up to just being sick. And then now we're finally getting over it. I think we're finally on an upswing, thank goodness. But we just got back from a trip last week, which we should talk about. We went to Atlanta, which is only like 6 hours away. It's not a huge trip. But why did we go there?
We got invited to the Chosen Seasons 3 premiere red carpet thing in Atlanta. Yep. And it was...
And if you don't know what The Chosen is literally the top biblical show, I mean, probably ever.
It's amazing.
It's 100% crowdfunded. It's the biggest...
Yeah.
I found that out. It's the biggest crowdfunded media project to ever exist ever.
Wow.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's in like
nuts.
theaters like right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
How long is it in theaters?
I think it'll be throughout next week, and then December it starts streaming.
Okay, So you guys should go see it. It's really amazing. Like,
incredible.
I'm typically not into like the like Jesus movies and stuff because they're typically pretty cheesy. So well written.
Yeah, I cried like 2 or 3 times during it. It was phenomenal, and you could if you go into theaters. if you go into theaters, you get to watch the first 2 episodes of the season 3, and it feels like a
back
movie.
To back, yeah.
Yeah, it's and the thing is, it feels complete.
Yeah.
It feels like the way it ends the episode 2, you feel like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is, there's more to come for this season, so it's really, really dope.
Yeah.
And we're not getting paid by them to say this.
I wish we were.
It was hey Dallas Jenkins, creator. But we just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we got a vlog coming out this coming Wednesday, and it's showing me and Andy going to the premiere and stuff with Andrew and Danny.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so fun, man. We got to meet a couple of the people, the cast and crew. We got to meet Dallas briefly.
The guy that plays Jesus.
Yep. Jonathan.
Yep.
Which, hey, Jonathan, Dallas, anyone else from The Chosen, come on the podcast. We know you're listening.
Yep.
So
we will not sanitize the couch either.
Mm-hmm.
The sickness will still be here.
Yes.
Waiting for you.
Would it affect Jesus?
What? Hey, you know
That's
what?
not really Jesus.
Mythbusters. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna invite him in and see if he gets sick.
Myth busted.
Yeah.
But
we had a blast. We had a lot of fun.
We got there, and me and Andy are like, okay, this is our one chance, just to maybe one chance to get in front of these people and just get their attention, because we love having fun, and we really want to be extras on The Chosen, maybe season 4.
Yeah. I feel like okay, so let's talk about that. Who would you like to play? If you were chosen for The Chosen, who would you feel like you could play?
Well, the way I look, mainly being white, I really wouldn't fit in with The Chosen because it takes place in Israel.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't a lot of white people except the Romans. And I don't really want to play a Roman.
I could play a Roman.
You could.
I could play a Roman.
Like-
I want to be a Roman.
Yeah, like a centurion.
Yeah. Maybe I can I don't know, maybe some guy with leprosy or something would be really fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I could really get into that character.
Yeah, you could be the demon possessed man that was naked.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
And he's like, Dallas is like, okay, yeah.
We
let's
haven't even
just
said action yet, but you're not even in character yet.
No, I said I wanted to be like something obscure, like selling beans in Jerusalem.
You mentioned woman at the well.
Woman at the but that's already been taken. Yeah.
By a woman.
Dang it. Women
yeah.
stealing jobs from us, dude. This is ridiculous. I auditioned for Mary Magdalene and they never called me back.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
you would have been perfect.
I know I would have.
Yeah. But yeah, we dressed really funny. We wore cut off jean shorts and
yeah. Maybe we'll show a picture.
Right. Well, no, don't do that because I have to edit this podcast. Yeah.
Minimal editing.
Okay, we'll do a picture right here, but I'm not moving it. Okay.
Is that really so hard? Is that why you guys?
It's not so hard. It's just time consuming,
and it's Thanksgiving break, and we're trying to.
I have to edit this podcast tomorrow because
procrastinating. I'm kidding. It was a schedule alignment.
And we're gonna act like we didn't call Lily 30 minutes ago to ask her to be on this podcast.
Yeah,
literally my PJs.
I called Lily. I'm like, hey,
sick as a dog.
Hi. Everyone else that said that they'd be on the podcast said that they're not going to be on the podcast. I'm talking to you, Danny.
Thanks a lot, Danny.
But Lily, being the GOAT,
superstar,
threw on her work clothes and came, and he's here. She's here.
Here I am.
Welcome. Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys, you should be so proud that happened, and they're so cool, and we love The Chosen. We've been watching it since it came out. Watch season 1 and 2 on Amazon Prime or VidAngel.
Yeah, you're the one that actually told me to keep watching it last year.
Yeah,
because I had never seen it, and once we started watching it, man, we fell in love. I cried every episode.
Lily, your voice kind of sounds like you're on NPR or something.
That's awesome. I love the voices on NPR. That's why I listen to it. No, but I do have to say, I'm super mad that you didn't take me.
I know.
So mad.
I'm glad you didn't go, though, because I think you would have been more sick.
Yeah.
I asked him for him to not, he was like, hey, we should bring Lil. And I said, no.
Yeah,
I think it's a boys trip. I think it's a boys trip. And he says, that's just my wife. She's my better half. She completes me. And I said, don't care.
Yeah. Not interested.
And so then
I got to sleep in the same bed as Danny, though, my boss. Danny probably felt that was uncomfortable, but
yeah, he's like, we're getting 2 rooms next time.
Yeah.
Did you have a partition at all?
No, I just slept in a a separate blanket.
A partition, like putting pillows and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more awkward. Like I'm not in that situation at all very often, but I feel like that's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the symbolism of it is just like, I don't want you anywhere near me, which is, I think it's an unwritten rule already.
Yeah.
You don't need to put the pillows up, but
yeah. One time when
I did hear Josh crying in the middle of the night and Danny
Uh-oh.
consoling him.
Yeah. He's like, shh, it's okay,
I
buddy.
miss Lily so much.
He said, Danny, I had a nightmare. I'm scared. Where am I?
Just standing in the doorway. I flew up.
Danny, I threw up again. It's okay, buddy. You want a ginger ale?
Let's go sit in the tub, buddy.
Yeah.
Ew.
One time I was doing a road trip with my buddy Adam. I'm gonna try to hold back on last names.
Shout out Adam.
Winter.
Winter.
I can't.
No, that's just the season we're going into. Go ahead.
Oh.
And we were in Chicago, and
What season was it when you were in Chicago?
when I was moving up. Oh, like summer, winter. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It was winter.
Hey, that's what it meant. That's what you meant then.
Oh.
Hey,
But he insisted that we sleep head to feet in the same.
that's
bed.
worse to me.
Yeah. There's no.
Because I'm
Good
sleeping
way.
on my side.
And
I'm
then
facing the other way.
there's
I'm
just
not
a
like,
foot.
yeah,
Just give a little.
Ew.
kick in the face.
But yeah. So that was fun.
It was a blast. It was a good time.
Yeah. Speaking of good time, I've been reading, not really reading because I don't really ever have time to read. I listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Let's figure that out. What do you think about that, Lily? Sidetrack. Do you think Audible is reading?
I don't think it
I don't
is.
think
No.
it's
So you can't
No.
say like I read a book.
No.
How do you say that then?
I listened.
I listened to a book.
I finished a book. That's the way I've said it. I finished a book.
That's still misleading.
No,
I
it's
finished-
not. I'm not misleading. You're taking in the same amount of information. If anything, I'm taking more information in because I'm listening and I'm taking notes.
Okay, so
at the same time.
I guess it depends on what kind of learner you are too. Because if I listen to a book, I'm not retaining even a fraction of what I would if I was reading it because I'm a visual learner.
It took me a while to because usually when I had to listen to books, I would just have to sit still and just stare at nothing to retain it.
Yep.
But the longer you listen to them, man, it's just kind of you
Yeah.
retain it easier and easier.
I-
So it's another way of learning, I think.
I started taking notes like the first couple chapters.
Yeah.
I literally have to write the name of the book, each person and their relation to that person, and then
Whoa.
by the third or fourth chapter, I'm like, okay, I got it, and so I leave that. The notes are just somewhere in the abyss.
Well, why don't
just
you
sitting on my phone.
why don't you do something with that? You could be the new Spark Notes.
What do you mean? What
Andy
is Spark
knows.
Notes?
Was Spark Notes?
I don't know what Spark Notes is.
Did you do accelerated reading in high school?
Probably didn't do anything accelerated
Yeah,
except for running.
We had this thing at our old school.
Except
At
for
our old
running.
school. At our school, it was called accelerated reading,
Mm-hmm.
and was it each semester?
I
yeah.
don't remember how they did
I
it.
think it was each semester. You had to read a certain amount of books and take a test on the computer, and you get points, and you had to get a certain amount of points and able to move
Graduate.
on. To
Got
graduate.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So me and all my buddies would print off Spark Notes, which is literally I read The
So it's
Hobbit
okay.
in 30 minutes,
Got it.
and then
Got
you
it.
take the test, and it's typically the easiest questions. And
So that's what Ty Lopez does. I'm here in my garage and I just got done with my
Oh.
car. But you know what's better than cars?
knowledge.
Knowledge. That's what he does. He says he reads one book a day, and that's baloney.
Oh, my
Apparently,
gosh.
he has assistants who read the books and then recap them to him, and that's his reading for the day.
Liar!
You?
That's not knowledge. That's cheating.
Oh my gosh.
That is not knowledgeable at
Could
all.
you
No.
imagine having that kind of disposable income where you can hire someone to read a book for you?
That would be
What does he have to gain?
I want
being so
Dude,
rich that you can hire someone to make you smart.
I want somebody just
Whoa.
to go through Yelp reviews and and photos and menus, because I no joke, We were in Lafayette, Louisiana last week, and I probably spent 45 minutes looking for the right restaurant because Kelsey was looking for a certain vibe and everything. And I looked for so long. And if I could have somebody that just said, hey, got you figured out, don't worry about it, this is where you're going, it would save me so much time.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up with you and Yelp, though? Hold on, wait.
What other food review app would you go to?
Didn't you use Yelp to get us somewhere GPS-wise?
Yes, it was in Nashville, and Austin said, hey, let's go find a pizza place or something. And I said, okay, this place looks great. I got the address off of Yelp, which I apparently should not have done. I should have just typed it into Apple Maps.
They use the GPS on Yelp, right?
No,
GPS, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, we used it finding Yelp, and it took us to under an overpass, and there was nothing there except for one homeless person who probably could have cooked us something that was delicious.
You guys looking for pizza?
I'm the guy.
But
Sure.
you know when you go to a conference and you've been like conferencing all day long and you're just like beat, and it's like Andy took us to an overpass.
And it's like,
So,
really,
what
Andy?
do you guys think?
And also, it was the first conference I ever been with you guys. And so he was like, not starting off strong.
Yeah.
Not starting like, hey, Andy, food recommendation. And I'm still in charge of like food recommendations. I don't know how. But
Yeah.
where were we going with this? I can't remember.
The book I was listening to recently.
I'm
I
sorry.
forgot.
You ready for the title of this book?
Please, let's hit
It's
it.
called Napoleon's Hemorrhoids.
Hey-o.
And it is a fascinating book. It's all about these small events that have happened in history that have ultimately changed history or made history to what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like the smallest things, and it's just got me thinking, like,
That have led, it's basically a butterfly effect. This
Yeah.
tiny little thing led to a butterfly effect to which led to the world that we know of.
yeah. So like the book title, it starts off with the Battle of Waterloo. It was Napoleon.
What year was that?
Geez, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google it.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Whenever Napoleon was conquering
To all the
everything.
viewers, I literally know nothing about history, and so
Yeah.
Josh has been a really big help in the past few years.
What are your guesses?
When it happened,
1792.
no, it happened. I'm guessing in the French Revolution. That would be
1450.
that would be early 1700s.
I don't know if I have the wrong one. Maybe I have the wrong one.
What does it say?
1815.
Napoleon?
I thought he was like in the 1500s.
What if you would have said like, it says
Hold on,
2006.
hold on.
2006.
I don't know if I have the right one, but it says 1994.
Yes.
Battle of.
Was fought
Well,
on
so they-
Sunday, June 1815.
Yeah, you're right. I'm way off.
So what did I say? What was my first
Yeah,
guess?
1815.
He was closest because he said the 90s. The
In your
1790s.
face, man.
Good job. Hey,
Thanks.
that's good.
Hey.
But anyways, so this battle was like the pivotal battle, and it was against the UK, right? And the French dudes they're gonna win.
It's French versus UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some other allies here and there. But Napoleon woke up that morning with hemorrhoids, and he was in so much pain and like so distracted by the pain that he was basically off schedule about 5 hours from his initial attack that he was planning. And they ended up losing
All because of that 5 hours?
because of
gap?
that 5 hours.
Wow.
Because the allies, like someone like came too early, and they're like, oh, these guys aren't ready yet. And so they like sat around, and so it got the UK and all those guys ready, and then they like
Jeez.
destroyed them. But there's just like those little things, man. It's like it
All
made me
because
think. Like here's
little
another fun one.
hemorrhoids.
Christopher Columbus. He basically
What a great guy, right? No.
pass. But his whole thing was he was trying to the whole trading route and stuff like Belgium and Spain and all that. Or it was Belgium, not Belgium. I forget who it was. I should really research this stuff better.
No,
hey
it's fine.
guys, don't take anything we say super serious because this is all.
This is a comedy podcast.
Yes. But his plan was to go to India to help the Spain trade route or whatever. So, but he thought he could just sail west and that he would eventually hit India. And long story short, he hit America, and that's why people call Native Americans Indians, which I don't know why.
Dude, it drives me nuts.
You should not do
it's
that.
terrible. Like, they're Native Americans. Like,
no, I don't want to, like, I do not know. I literally know nothing about their culture. But I had a discussion with a Native American one time, and I said, that doesn't bother you? And they said, no. And I said, I don't understand how. I don't understand. Like, and I don't want to be that white savior. Oh, you should be offended. But it's like, to me, it just doesn't.
It is pretty weird.
It blows my mind that we've just, like, we didn't correct ourselves after the first, like, couple of years. We're like, hey, we probably should change the name.
I almost feel like that's like someone from, like, I don't know, Israel, thinking that they're going to China, but they end up in Ireland and they call the Irish people Chinese.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like the same thing.
That'd be like Lily walking into this room and we say, thank you, welcome to Ninjas or Butterflies. And she's like, no, this is unicorns or flamingos.
Yeah.
And you're like, no,
this is the Joe Rogan podcast.
This is the Joe Rogan.
My name's Lily Hooper. I wouldn't be. I'm on the Joe Rogan.
It's crazy.
Podcast.
But anyways, so Christopher Columbus trying to get to India. And so he made a real ledger and a fake ledger of the trip.
Yeah.
And he made a fake ledger because he didn't want to tell the guys on the ship of how long it was going to actually take because he didn't really know. And so it was day like 67 or something that they're at sea, which is a really long time to be at sea.
Yeah.
And the crew was starting to get restless and they're like, we're about to freak out. Like, when are we going to get there? And Christopher Columbus is kind of like, I don't really know. And so he said, how about this? In 3 days, if we don't find land, we'll turn around and go back home. And it was the morning of the third day they saw the coast of America.
Interesting. Wow.
So it would have been, you're talking about 24 hours worth of difference of Christopher Columbus making it to America.
You count for like a foggy morning. All those things that had to have come, like, could have all thrown it off.
They broke a rudder.
Yeah. There's one that I read about recently that it's so when 9/11 happened, there was someone present watching it, witnessed it, unfortunately, you know, how traumatic that would have been. And his name was Gerard Way. Do you know who that is? No. So it was a guy who was trying to deal with this, going to his therapist and started creating music and came up with a band called My Chemical Romance.
Oh, my gosh.
And then there's a girl named Stephanie Meyer.
No! Where are we going with this?
Wait for it. Who had listened to My Chemical Romance and was inspired by their music and started writing books that went on to become the Twilight series. Not even finished. Then there's somebody who read the Twilight series and started creating a fan fiction of it. His name was E.L. Wright, I believe.
Oh, I know where this one's going.
Yep. And he went on to create a fan fiction from the Twilight series that somehow transformed into 50 Shades of Grey. So just
Wait, what are you
just as if
that's a double,
just as if like the 9/11
triple
wasn't
tragedy.
Yeah. Just as if it wasn't bad enough already, that's what it led to.
9/11 was a terrible day, and it led to more terrible things.
Years and years later. It's absolutely awful. But
oh my gosh, that's
I have two really short ones. It says a guy left his lab for a month. He came back and found mold growing in a petri dish and decided to keep it rather than throw it out, just to see, right? The man, Alexander Fleming, the mold is penicillin, which produces penicillin, among the most important drugs ever discovered. If he had thrown out the contaminated culture, who knows where we'd be in terms of medicine?
Seriously.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Doesn't it make you want to learn how to make it just in case the world ends?
I think you just let things mold.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but what if it's bad mold and then you shoot up with
There's no such thing as bad mold, Lily. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, last one right here. It says the Watergate burglars put a piece of duct tape on a lock on the door at the Watergate apartment so the door would not lock shut. The security guard walking through the hotel noticed the tape peeking out of the door, opened the door, and caught the burglars, and the rest is history. Whoa. All because of duct tape.
Wow.
And so, like, and I know that's not really like a butterfly effect, but it's the tiny little things. Yeah.
It's mind-blowing. Speaking of...
Wait, hold on.
Oh, okay.
You know what Napoleon's hemorrhoids ultimately led to?
What's that?
The gift that is Les Mis with Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe.
You think?
Yeah, we wouldn't. It's about the French Revolution. Why would we?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess maybe they could still do it. But no, I mean, but the story would be different because they lose.
Well, ultimately, the Les Mis took place like well before Napoleon was conquering everything.
Oh.
If you want to think,
I thought it was the same story.
No.
I thought it. Wait.
I stole a loaf of bread.
Wait. So when does Les Mis take place?
At the beginning of the French Revolution, which
How long
that
is
was
it?
the Civil War.
Hold on. That was in the 1700s. It had to have been. When was French?
We just need a full-time fact checker.
1789. Yeah.
That's not like too far.
No, but it was before.
Yeah.
And speaking of little things happening, let's cut to an ad commercial.
Don't go anywhere! Andy.
What's up, Josh?
Guess what today is?
Oh man, let me think.
Don't think too hard.
I don't know what.
Black Friday!
No way! Whoa. What?
Yeah. You can go to coolcarl.com and get the coolest stuff.
That's Carl with 2 L's.
Coolcarl.com.
We've got hats, stickers, sticker packs, and we've got brand new stuff. Guys, we have Ninja merch now. This is the first time. My beard's in the way. But this is the first time we've ever had Ninja merch. And it's a limited time only. We only have a limited time amount left.
Yes.
To get it. Hey.
I fell.
Yeah,
it's going through Monday, so go get it. 20% off the rest of the store. It's going to be awesome. Oh, excuse me. Black Friday. And, you can get volunteer gifts, too.
Yep.
Through Sunday Cool.
Christmas is right around the corner. You're never going to get anything better off this site for a cheaper price. Guys, go get it now. We have tons of bundles. It's going to be great for families. And it's 20% off store-wide. Whoa. Do it now. Head over.
How fun.
Hey, you know what wouldn't have happened if we didn't have Napoleon's hemorrhoids?
What?
If Napoleon never had his hemorrhoids, years later, a book would have never been written about him. Josh would have never read that book. We would have never had anything to talk about on this podcast.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
What a chain of events.
Guys.
Doesn't that like make you think though, like what we were talking about this.
Yeah.
There's those little things in life that have led to where we're at right now. And I was saying for you, one of them would have been that one guy that used to work at Sunday Cool.
Yeah.
Met you at Disney.
Yeah.
Just you were working at Disney and were you cashing him out?
Yeah, I worked in Mouse Gear in Epcot. I did the Disney College program, and when I was coming to a close of my program, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. And at the time, I had just signed a lease for an apartment in Orlando. I was having so much fun with
What were your
girlfriends.
plans? What were your plans? Like, what did you want to do?
I knew I wanted to get a big girl job, and because I was finishing up my college program, I had done a lot of studying. I think I had a couple credits left to graduate from college. And so I was like, I got to look for a big girl job. This guy comes through my queue, and I always ask them, like questions about who they are. And it was so weird. He was so specific. He's like, I'm like, where are you from? He's like, oh, I live in Winter Park, but I work in Mount Dora. I was like, that's so random. I grew up in Mount Dora. Where do you work? He's like, oh, I work for a screen printing company called Sunday Cool. And I just seen the ad that you guys were hiring. And I was like, oh, no
before
way.
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I know the Hoopers or whatever, went to high school with them. And he was like, it's the best job in the world, and you should apply like right now. And I was like, no, because I wanted to live in Orlando. I just signed a lease,
But long story short, you did.
I did.
And
now we have a baby.
Now we're married and have a baby
Two
and
babies.
Another baby on the way.
That's crazy. And I was just telling you, like, we lived in Montana, and my mom was a server at a restaurant. And I'm trying to think of all the things that led up to my life now. And my stepdad went into this restaurant and started flirting with the waitress, which was my mom.
Okay.
And that's when they met, and then they got married, and no joke. And then he was from Kansas, born in the same town that Kelsey was born in.
Wow.
And so then I met Kelsey years later, all because of that. If that would have never happened, I would have never met Kelsey. It's crazy.
Aww.
Crazy.
Kelsey.
Yeah. Lucky for her. Golly.
Yeah.
I mean, man, what a blessing for her.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You should thank your
Yeah,
stepdad.
like she's never thanked me.
Yeah.
What in the world? Come on.
Come on, Kelsey.
Come on, Kels.
Thank Andy's stepdad.
Yeah, come on.
Speaking of this whole topic thing, I've been watching a show on Netflix called Ancient Apocalypse.
Oh, that's the one that has like the pyramid for the picture.
It's from this journalist. His name is Graham Hancock, which is such a cool name.
Yeah.
Hancock.
Is this a show you've been watching without me, and you like?
Yeah, because I don't think you would enjoy it.
I don't know when you're watching this.
When are you watching this,
Yeah,
Josh?
I mean, like, it was a total shock to me that you guys had this whole dissertation on it. And I'm like, I didn't even know you were watching
It was when
this.
Ada was taking a nap that one day, and then you're like, I'm going to take a nap too. I'm like, okay,
okay.
I'm going to watch
Sleep while she sleeps. That's
Ancient
smart.
Apocalypse. But this
Do the
dude,
dishes
his
while she
research
does it.
is fascinating. He's like,
What is it about?
it's like, he is just a journalist. He's not a, what do you call him?
Reporter.
No, it's the archaeologist. He's not an
Oh, yeah,
archaeologist
yeah.
or whatever. But he like goes around to these different sites and like just kind of like dismantles like what we've been told about it because there's just a lot of things that don't add up. But we've taken in this what someone has said about history as like this is fact.
Yeah.
And he's like, is it? Because there's some things that don't really line up.
Yeah. We're finding out a lot of stuff that we've been taught as kids is not completely true. Like bears hibernating for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's not true?
They don't sleep for 6 months.
Well, yeah. They hang out for 6 months.
They're just slower.
I definitely thought as a kid that bears slept for half the year.
At least 3 months,
Yeah.
they do not breathe. Like they don't move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
that's
thought
not
they-
true.
I thought they posted up in a cave.
They do typically. I think every now and then they'll go out and get
Yeah,
some,
they
some,
move. Like,
some
they-
berries.
I thought they just like literally that they were we were taught they were just slept. But
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
But he said one thing. He's been on like the Joe Rogan podcast and stuff. But his whole thing is like he believes that we had such a sophisticated society like before the Ice Age, and like things that like we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And one of his theories, it's actually not his theory, it's from a guy named John Anthony West. Look, I took some good notes.
Oh, look at that research.
He believes that the Sphinx in Egypt was there before the Egyptians were there.
Wow.
And
That's scary.
and
to think
that
about.
they reshaped the head to look like a pharaoh head, but originally it was like a different creature. Yeah.
Who did it?
This is all in that.
Well, this
series?
goes this wasn't.
Okay, got
but
it, okay.
like that's that
Yeah,
same tone
yeah.
of just like, but he like he has
out
some
more.
really good evidence. He's a very good investigative journalist. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, his whole thing is like this technology. They had this technology back before the Ice Age or whatever, or partly after the Ice Age that like was just lost.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with like the Nephilim and stuff, like the fallen angels, you know, and like coming down and like giving this wisdom to people, but like ultimately it was
Led to their downfall.
yeah. Because if you think of like the Tower of Babel, I think we've talked about this before.
I
Of
don't
just
know.
like they were building this tower,
Yeah.
and their whole goal was to become like God.
I want to be like God.
You know, and God was not very happy with that.
Right.
So he destroyed the tower and dispersed the people.
Yep.
And so it's like
Confused them.
I wonder if when that was being built, the Tower of Babel, if there's other parts of the world where they were just like getting into stuff that was like God's like, no, like
Yeah.
you guys gotta chill out, you know?
That's frightening because like you've mentioned how like the whole that library that was burnt.
Yeah, the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about history. This is what I'm learning all this at the same time.
Watch National Treasure.
National Treasure. That's all
It's-
you need
it's
to
the
know.
most
Listen,
historically accurate.
that's it. Also, there's number 3 coming out, and he is not confirmed in it yet. Which, if you do National Treasure without Nicolas Cage, don't do
a wash.
National Treasure 3.
I have to
Bring
agree.
back Nick Cage. Huh?
I have to agree. Even though I don't like Nick Cage.
I love Nick Cage.
Keep
I think
going,
I think
Andy.
he's a meme, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's really confusing. I think there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. I think like how the pyramids were built and everything. There's so many conversations like there's no way. Even people now don't even understand. There's no one way to do it now. Like people could not do it now with the information that we have.
Its perfection. And
yeah, and so it's like
yeah.
so. Was there a time where they were more developed in a different way? Like maybe because we're so technologically advanced, whereas they're a different type of intelligence that we don't possess now. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's such a strange thing, and I feel I'm very ignorant to all of it.
Kind of freaks you
it's-
out a little
It
bit.
does, and that's why
Yeah.
probably why I've chosen to never look into it because
Yeah.
it's just a black hole of me feeling very intimidated and scared for my life. So I don't understand anything.
Man, I don't know. It is freaky to think about that we have lost something of this knowledge that probably for the good though that we don't have
for a reason.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Knock us down a peg a little bit.
They talk about like the Aztec and the Mayan cultures and just how developed they were though too, and like their calendar system. And someone once told me they were like doing GMOs and stuff. I don't know what that is about.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I learned so much about the Aztecs when I was younger, and not like anything else about like anything overseas or
Really?
like any of those battles. Like I feel like I learned like we had so much emphasis on the Aztecs, and maybe because I did go to schools a lot in like the Southwest area, so maybe that was a part of their culture and stuff, and they focused on that. But it was, it's strange.
It's crazy that fun fact of how Oxford, or is it Oxford? Yeah, Oxford in college is older technically than the Aztec Empire.
That's so weird
let me look that up because it's like the
what is
years
it
on
like
that.
the parallel like linear time frames, and it's like you don't expect this with this.
It's so weird. Like people were like studying in libraries while there's like the Aztecs.
Yeah, people are wearing loincloths. I guess that's still happening today though, which is weird to think about.
That is
there are
weird.
people that have never seen a helicopter. What?
I was just like, out of everything in the world, it's like, people don't like even know like what germs are and stuff. And like Lily's like, some people haven't seen a helicopter.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You show Christopher Columbus a Yu-Gi-Oh card, his mind's gonna explode.
What is this witchcraft?
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. He's never seen a helicopter. What's something if you could take something right now and
bring it back in the day?
Bring it back to like let's pick a timeline. Like let's take it back to the Aztecs. If you could deliver one physical item to the Aztecs just to blow their mind. I saw like
Pops.
on TikTok a hippo pop, a popsicle.
Do the Operation board game.
No, you would be killed right there
Yeah.
where you stood.
Oh, you're out.
They would literally they'd spear you, dude.
How offended would Lily be if she brought them hippo pops and they're like,
Yeah,
Even
we
then,
have
we're
something
like-
better.
we have gold. We have streets of gold. We don't need
Okay.
frozen
They're like,
juice.
I don't get it.
Have you seen the Nate Bargatze, We Love Nate Bargatze stand up where he talks about how if he went back in time, it literally would not benefit anybody at all?
Yeah, because he doesn't know anything. Like, who's the president? Like, I don't know.
Oh man, I have no idea. And he's
It's like,
like,
Prove it,
guys.
prove
We
us-
have like light bulbs and stuff. Like, how do you make that?
yeah, it's like,
I don't know how you make it.
He's like talking about how they have like the long cord phone or like the one. He's like, one day you'll be able to put that in your pocket, and they're like,
How?
really? How does that work? He's like, oh, I don't know, like satellites and stuff. And they're like, what's a satellite? Oh man, I don't.
It's just some crazy guy with ideas.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. 100% it's probably possible that there have been time travelers, and it's just people that we met that we're just like, no, they're just not that smart. They're just
Yeah.
they just have a bunch of ideas that make no sense.
Oh man.
Just going back to the Aztecs and describing a helicopter. Lily's just saying it's like it's a big it just
They're
lifts
just
up.
like,
That's a good sound effect.
It's spear chest.
no. Oh man. Well, yeah. So that's all I have with history things.
I learned a
today.
lot. I learned a lot today.
Did you?
I did. I learned Napoleon had hemorrhoids, and that 9/11 caused
Twilight.
Twilight
and
and 50 Shades of Grey. So
Not on Twilight.
Well,
yeah, I could have just stopped there though.
yeah.
Couldn't have just stopped there. Butterfly effect.
So what are you guys, how are you feeling about, it's highly possible that even while we were recording this podcast, you guys hit 100,000 likes on TikTok.
100,000 followers.
Followers, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
This is only our 13th episode, guys. Let's take the end, this last end of the podcast, and just share just talk about how grateful we are for the people who are listening, for the people who are watching. Because guys, in 13 episodes, not only have we pretty much almost hit 100,000 followers on TikTok,
Yeah.
we've got a huge following on Instagram. We've got a ton of support on YouTube. You guys are your comments are hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was what was the essence of someone said
Essence of giraffe.
yes, what's the essence of giraffe? And so like that guys
Yeah.
so stinking funny. And we can't thank you guys enough for just supporting us and having fun with us.
Yeah,
And so
this morning we were number 147 in the U.S.
That's
for comedy
crazy.
podcasts.
Crazy.
And I know
Yeah.
that's like, okay, whatever. But that everyone has a podcast,
Yeah.
including us, and we're at 147 in the country
Yeah.
for comedy. That's crazy. And
It's
we're hey, listen, John Christ, we're beating you, pal.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we did.
We're coming at you, Christ.
This was actually, I pulled the ranks as of like an hour ago. I'll put it on the screen right here. We are 166 and John Chris was 167.
Boo. Take that, Chris.
No, if you ever want to be on our podcast, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Although-
I'm sure we could find time.
He did stand us up one time, just saying.
It's okay.
It's okay. But we were in like this past week, we were number 5 in Mongolia.
Yep.
Nice.
We were number 4 in Guatemala.
Boom.
So I think if we hit number 1, because I know we said the top 10, but we've been hitting the top 10 in a lot of countries lately.
It's like we've
made a lot of promises.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to get myself a tattoo because we mentioned that before. We're going to do the butterfly tattoo.
Yeah, we are going to do
And
that.
the first place we get number 1
Number
in
1.
comedy, we will travel to.
Does it have to be sustained, like for like a week?
I think anything. I think
Just like if we hit number 1?
As soon as we hit number 1 in country, that's our place. And I don't know where it's like, and no matter where it is.
What if we
I
hit number
don't-
1 in America? We go to the
Then-
White House.
You have to go. No,
Then-
that's when you
then
go
they-
to the house,
Then they get a vote.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
the spooky house.
Yeah.
No. let's have the people vote where we go.
Yeah,
in
if we
America.
hit number 1 comedy podcast in America, where are we going to film a podcast?
That's such a lofty goal, but I'm down for it.
Yeah, so comment below. Also, I know you guys hear this all the time, but please like and review
Yes.
this podcast on Spotify, Apple, YouTube.
If you only watch it on YouTube, go to Spotify or an Apple and subscribe and review us because that's how it gets out to more people.
That's how we become number 1 in Mongolia.
Yeah, and so find all your friends, go to subreddits and find if you guys want us to go to anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
no matter and to torture us, figure out a place you want us to go.
Antarctica.
Yeah, exactly. Make it happen, and
Yeah.
we'll go. We promise we will go.
Yes, that is a promise.
I don't want you to go to Antarctica.
You're gonna come with us.
It's dangerous. I'm not going to Antarctica.
I ain't going to Antarctica. That's cold.
Not a chance.
That would be kind of cool, though, man. Not
That'd
a lot
be
of people
so-
have been.
Oh, that'd
I'm
be
so
great.
scared of it now since we talked about the flat Earth theory and that it's the big disc and
That
stuff.
there's like
There's
creatures
just a big
living
wall.
there.
It doesn't end.
There's just creatures on the wall, just like with with spears.
Oh
It's
my
the Aztecs
gosh.
with helicopters.
What? How'd you guys get here?
They have their own
It was
helicopter.
Lily.
Get down.
But yeah, and then follow us on
They have-
TikTok.
They have statues of Lily that they're worshiping.
Just
Nightmare.
like-
Stop.
Oh, baby Jane, she's the chosen one, the queen of Antarctica.
what?
Wow.
Jane, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You'll see one day.
Hey, we should also in a couple weeks we'll have everyone guess.
The due date.
She's due the 19th.
Yeah, she's.
But the next podcast when we have Lily on, we can have everyone comment, and we'll give you some prizes away. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of fun.
yeah. If you guess the, we'll do it next.
Whoever's closest
next week.
That'd be
Next week
good.
we'll do it.
So look forward to that.
And yeah, I was saying, make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Both ninjas are butterflies, and comment that you love us, and that's it.
We love you guys.
Because we love you.
And everybody be a little nicer to me.
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So one of our TikToks got like 4 million views, and it's still racking up, and it's doing great. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
But
There's some mean people on there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they follow our podcast. It's just like
it's not the people that are.
Yeah,
no.
but man, some people can just be rude.
Go and defend Lily, y'all.
Yeah, go and defend Lily because a lot of people are mean to Lily, and it's not fair.
Someone
like
said
fun.
I should fall down.
Yeah, that's
No,
terrible.
but that's literally like I get it. Listen, you can joke about. I think you can joke about anything. It's been said before. We can joke about anything as long as you're funny about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, be
that's
funny.
not funny.
No, that's just mean.
So-
I have thick skin.
Yeah.
I will say in the most recent one that blew up when we were talking about the black hole that ate the star, everybody's like, that's the dumbest question I've heard in my life that I asked which moved.
yeah.
But that's not a dumb question.
No.
When it comes to space, nothing's dumb because
Yeah,
like any question.
No one knows.
You guys are not from NASA. You know what I'm saying? And you know too, I am paralyzed with fear at the thought of a black hole like choosing to go eat something, like
I choose you.
like moving to go eat it, which is where the question came from.
Yeah. Do you think black holes have feelings?
Black hole sun. What? I always have the black hole sun song in my head. Do black holes have feelings?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
You think
And we're
they're
probably hurting
lonely?
his feelings by asking, like, by not even.
Maybe
like,
they're just hangry. That's why they eat stars.
You're
I would
not
eat
you
stars.
when you're hungry.
Maybe they're jealous of stars.
Why can't I have white? Why do I have to be dark all the time?
Because I don't know. Maybe that was God. Because I've made you a black hole.
Is that Mufasa? Brother.
Save me, brother. Long live the king. Thanks for watching, guys.
Love you guys.
Thank
Love you.
Love you.
Oh. All right.
Good pod.
Now I have to edit it.
Did I say ninja? I meant butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most